introducing yourself and telling us your favorite album of 2015.
My name is Sean Silverman, and I play guitar for The Century. And my favorite album of 2015 is Sound and Color by Alabama Shakes.
And since this is your guys' last little hurrah, what's it like to have Alex back for the last couple of shows?
It's been really amazing. It's something we kind of discussed for a while that we were thinking of doing, and it seemed fitting to have it be the original group of us. And I don't know, I think there's this sense of completion to it, having him play, and also it's what I think we started with, and just, I don't know, it feels very full circle, so yeah.
What was the inspiration behind Soul Sucker, and why did you guys decide to sort of finish it and put it out after you decided to disband?
Well, to answer the second question first, we actually started recording the record before we were going to disband, as a way to see if we could play music together as a three-piece. And that's where it started, and then we wrote songs, and then started recording those songs, but for what would eventually be Soul Sucker. And then halfway through tracking the record is when Joel's voice went out, and it was kind of this limbo situation for about a year. And so the decision to not continue had nothing to do with that as much as it did what happened in that year, in the sense that we kind of all had a chance for the first time in a long time to try other things and experience other things and express ourselves in different ways. And I think through that, realizing how much the band meant to us, but how much we wanted to grow as people. And so that's where that piece comes from. The title comes from the idea of the actual situation we were in, which was that we kind of felt trapped in what we, one, had created, and two, what we would inevitably want to create. And that was that being in a band is way more than just playing songs in front of people that want to hear songs. It's a lot about communicating and patience and understanding. And so a lot of that record was about how much energy that part of it takes. And so that felt fitting because of how much time it took to kind of put the energy into the record, and also how we were feeling personally about making music. And then it kind of all made a lot of sense.
I have a fan that wants to know if you're officially joining the Technicolors.
There's no official word on that. I think part of what I'm trying to do at this point musically is to figure out where I fit in. And I like not knowing, because when you know something for so long, there's a comfort in it, because you've done it for so long and you're so comfortable with it. But I like the sense of fearing the idea of not knowing, because it's exciting and it's inspiring musically. So I like the idea of the open-endedness of it for now, just because it's allowed me to produce and to songwrite and to create art and do things in a way that I've never been able to do. And so to confirm it at this point is a bit of a difficult thing. But I love the Technicolor boys very much. They're near and dear to my heart, and I'm very excited to keep playing music with them as long as they will allow me to. And as long as I don't sweat all over their stage too much. So.
Since the band is disbanding, we're going to get a little nostalgic.
Yeah, sure.
So I will give a topic and you tell me what your favorite whatever is that's not around anymore that you wish was around.
Okay. Cool.
So, favorite band you've toured with that's not around anymore.
Favorite band we've toured with that's not around anymore. I don't know, that's a tough one. There's a band called Select Start they were really great guys. They formed another thing though through that. I know that I can't think of the name of the project, but they were really cool guys. We were on tour with Go Radio, and they were the opening band, and we bonded over that idea, and they were just really cool. I don't know, just an interesting hang, and yeah, I would say Select Start.
Okay.
Because I'm sure I'm missing somebody that will probably inevitably be offended, but that's fine.
What about your favorite Arizona local band that's not around anymore?
There was a band called what's the name? Oh, and this is gonna really take me back to figure out the math on this of how long ago this is. There were a couple of bands. One of the bands that I always went to see was a band, and we got to play open for them. It's a band called the Stiletto Formal. And what's really weird about that nostalgia trip is that the guy that's putting on the show tonight, his name's Steve, and he's been putting on shows for our band since we started, and he used to manage that band. And that's kind of how it all kind of connected. And we did a couple of shows, like as the opener of like a 6-band bill, and they would headline. And I always thought they were really cool because I was really into the Mars Volta then, and I thought they kind of had that reminiscent proggy thing, and I thought they were really cool. So.
What was your favorite cartoon?
Favorite cartoon was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and maybe they're still technically the form of it that I saw is not around anymore. So I will go with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
If you had to say any last parting words to your fans that wasn't conveyed on the album, what would you want to tell them?
I think just thank you for being incredibly patient with us over these years. We have definitely tried our best to find a way to communicate that over time, but I think more so than ever now, as we're kind of wrapping things up, thank you for sticking around and being so supportive when it's really hard to be supportive. That means more than, I think that action of just being available and around is more valuable than I think a lot of people realize. So.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Sean from This Century, and you're watching Never Sometimes TV.